Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Sunday the 9th of October and time for another weighing update. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Debbie from Debbie's World. As I say, it's Sunday the 9th of October. It is 20 to 12. Andrew's just eating his dinner in the lounge or lunch, so I thought I'd bring you into the kitchen. Now I know there's lots of lights and brightness behind me, but I'm hoping that it's an okay picture for you. You are propped on the kitchen table and I am sat on the dining chairs. So let's get on to how I got on this week. Sunday the 9th of October, so I went to group on Tuesday the 4th of October, and I weighed in at 13 stone 11 and a half, which was a maintain, which means I've got a total loss of 3 stone and half a pound. So as I said last week, I'm happy with that. I did just have a few days holiday break before the weigh-in, and although I stuck to plan in the main, or stuck to the main sort of ideas of the plan, there were a couple of things. I was eating sweets in the car, I was not measuring sauces, I was not measuring milk, probably other just little things that so I'm happy with the maintain, and I really did enjoy my holiday, and I think this top is looking a little bit looser than when I wore it earlier in the year. So let's get on to 5 bits of fruit that I have in the house. Oh no, before we do that, I just want to touch on a couple of targets that I'm aiming for. So currently I'm weighing 13, 11 and a half, and that's a loss of just over 3 stone. And of course in group they're starting to talk about Christmas and Christmas targets and things like that. Now I rejoined Slimming World in January 2022. I regained most of my weight between the end of lockdown in 2021, which was sort of May or June time, wasn't it, when we came out of the second January lockdown, and when I rejoined Slimming World. So I regained about 4.5 or 5 stone in probably 6, 7, 8 months, something like that. So I remember at some point last year, probably June, July time, weighing on my own scales and weighing 13 stone 9, and that's one of the times that I tried to get back on plan, doing it by myself for a couple of weeks, not getting anywhere and just giving up. And of course then I didn't step on my own scales or any scales until going back to group, in January. So that just shows you that not keeping an eye on your own weight, you can soon pile it back on. So I went from 13 stone 9 sort of mid 2021 to 16 stone 12 by the time I weighed at group in January. But I am pleased that I'm back around that sort of weight, because it shows that I'm coming down and I'm coming past the milestones. So by Christmas, which is another, I believe it's 10 weeks or so, so I've lost 42.5 pounds, I believe. So to keep my pound a week average, I would like to lose another £10 before the end of the year, or before sort of next year starts. Is that the same thing? But you know what I mean. So I'm hoping that that's achievable, and even if I don't quite get there, I would at least like to be around 13 stone 3 by the end of the year. Now you might think that's a bit of a random number plucked out of the air. But the reason I'm aiming for that is when I started my first Slimming World journey on the 7th of April 2016, yes, that's when I first started, I weighed in at 26 stone 7.5 pounds. So 13 stone 3, 13 stone 4 is actually half of my original starting weight, and I'd really like to get back there. So that is my aim. One of my aims. Another aim is £10 off before January 2023, and of course a third aim, which is around the same sort of area, is 12 stone 12, which would be a 4 stone loss. So all of those things sort of coming together to give me something to aim for by Christmas and New Year. So if you'd like to share your aims and goals for Christmas, or just something to keep your eye on, some little goal, breaking it down, not just saying I want to lose 8 stone by next week. Break it down into little achievable half a stone brackets. I think is something that's having a look at your average loss and having something in mind that's achievable, sustainable, and means you can still enjoy life. So yeah, that's my little explaining some of my aims and targets and little things that are keeping me going. But then I've just decided today that I'm going to share with you some fruit that I have in my house. So 5 items of fruit. In my pictures on WhatsApp, on Instagram and Facebook, I don't always share the fruit that I eat because there's only so many pictures you can share in a day. But these are some of the things that I turn to snack on during the day or to incorporate in puddings and desserts. So the first thing is bananas. These are free on the plan. They're really, really filling. They have a sweet taste. And they're really portable as well. Usually I take one of these out for if I'm going out on a walk, I'll pack a banana. If I'm going out for the day, I'll definitely have a banana in my bag. I'll usually have one with a coffee in an afternoon, or as I say, after lunch I'll have a banana and another piece of fruit as a pudding. Sometimes I'll have them sliced in yoghurt or on porridge, but I'm not quite as keen on that as just eating them whole. The next thing that I eat almost every day is pink lady apples. These are speed foods. Pink lady apples I'll usually eat either as part of a breakfast. If I have something like a bacon sandwich, I'll have an apple afterwards, not just because that's my speed food, but because it helps me feel full and satisfied. And generally on a weekday I'll have my breakfast about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Then I'll start work and I'll have an apple and a hot sugar-free juice about 11 o'clock. And then I'll have my lunch at 12:30. But yeah, I'll usually have a pink lady apple about once a day. Now these are new this week. I have got some easy peelers. These are things also very portable. Sometimes I take them to group to eat with my coffee after weighing. Other times I'll eat them after lunch, or how I mostly eat these is like with my evening snacks. So I'll peel a couple and put them on the side of like some low-sin crisps and chocolate. Low-sin, like a Skinny Whip, say a Skinny Whip bar, and a packet of low-sin crisps and a couple of easy peelers, and it really keeps your hands busy and helps you feel satisfied and pads out your plate with something really nice and colourful. I just tried one of these yesterday and they are nice, so they are starting to come back into season. Another thing that I really like are grapes. These are free food. Now I must admit that I do have to try and portion control these. So I'll pull a few off and put them into a bowl Again, I'll have them as with a coffee, as a snack, or as part of a pudding. But I will try and limit it to, like, I believe they say a small handful is one of your portions of fruit and veg per day. But I do love grapes. And you like grapes as well, don't you?
Oh, I love them, yeah.
That's the only... is that the only fruit that you eat? Grapes?
No. I'll have banana in a banoffee pie.
A banana in a banoffee pie. And then lastly, I'm going to cheat a bit and put berries together. Blueberries and raspberries. Because normally I do eat these together. At the moment I'm still getting fresh berries. But sometime shortly I'm sure I will switch to frozen berries. I haven't got any strawberries. I think they really are, they're getting expensive because they're going out of season. But yeah, at the moment I'm still getting fresh, and I usually have these with my breakfast. I'll usually have some kind of cereal that falls into a B choice, cover it in yoghurt, and then top it with fresh berries. And what's that? 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other thing I've got in my fruit bowl at the moment, it might be more than 5, I don't care, is kiwi fruit. These are free on the plan, and I don't always get them all the time, but every month or so I get something a little bit different, and just to make me feel like I'm having a treat. And yesterday, there he is, look. Are you doing all the housework?
Yeah.
A maid's work is never done. So, yeah, I love kiwis. And if you're brave, you could eat the skin for more roughage. I think that's the word for it. So let's have a quick look at what I've eaten this week. Had a really nice day yesterday. I made carrot cake baked oats. There's now a recipe on YouTube. But they were really nice. Just using 15 grams of mixed dried fruit to add into carrot cake and baked oats. So 15 grams of dried fruit, some grated carrot, some oats, and yoghurt and milk. Really easy recipe. Had one of the Nando's barbecue chickens and a vegetarian sausage and cheese egg wrap. That was yesterday, really enjoyed that. When I went to Co-op one day, I got some reduced in the bargain aisle chicken and duck sushi, which was 2 sins, and it was 65p. And I had that with a salad and you can see there my berries that I've got with a wheat bran mug cake, Morrison's fish cake and chips. Thursday I had winter vegetable soup with vegetarian sausages, berry wheats overnight, and I found that right at the bottom of the freezer a tuna pasta bake. What else? I had the first portion of my baked bean loaf that I made in my batch cook the other week. Chicken chasseur and porridge, again with berries and options hot chocolate powder. Tuesday was another nice day. Overnight chocolate Weetabix, some sliced gammon and chips, and so a sweet potato with beans and cheese. What was Monday? Monday was Chinese style chicken curry from the Slimming World range, all bran and what's that? Somerset pork casserole. And Sunday, did I show you my beef dinner? I told you we were going to have a roast beef dinner, didn't I? So there's our roast beef dinner that we had last week. some roast potatoes, some carrot and sweet mash, some Savoy cabbage, some beef done in the pressure cooker, which was really quite nice, and pickled onions. If you haven't tried pickled onions with roast beef, don't come at me, just try it. So yeah, that was my week. We've done well on the walking, and actually it's been quite nice. Well, in the week it was a bit showery, but yesterday it was really nice weather, so we did 10,000 steps yesterday. I'm hoping that we can get, a decent walk done today, although it looks a bit more windy and a bit cooler. But I am going to go now and make some lunch. Let me just show you what I'm having for lunch, being as the fridge is next to me. I am having, don't mind the date, they've been in the freezer, some of these sweet potato pakora. It's 8 cents for the pack, and I've got 3 out of the freezer, and I'll have them with some salad and probably a bit of couscous. And what am I having? Oh, I've got a prawn risotto out for my evening meal. So thanks so much for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. Let's do nice or nasty. It's time to do nice or nasty with Bertie Bott's Every Flavour beans. Let's see what we can get. That was a nice one. Possibly marshmallow or candy floss. Was it white or pink? It was definitely a nice one anyway. I don't think it was tutti frutti because it was too not fruity enough for that. Anyway, why don't you comment and let me know what bean it was. So, let me know how you're getting on with your journeys or what you're getting up to in your day-to-day life. Let me know what is your favourite piece of fruit, speed or free, and have you got any great ideas for how to use it within your diet. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. Follow me over on Facebook and Instagram to see more of what I'm getting up to during the week, and I will see you next time.